So I bought this container, $2.99. It's actually pretty strong. I'm just going to cut the lip off with a Dremel, sink it into the seat. I'll probably get a bit of alloy frame and frame around it. And when I do the seat, I'll have a small hatch and put a nice rubber seal around it, and that'll be phone, wallet, keys, I don't know, anything that's sort of got to be waterproof or safe. And there's the edges all flattened out, and basically that'll sit flush in there. I'll run angle all around the edges, seal it up with a hatch. So I've just picked up 2 pieces of these, 1.6, pretty thin. As you can see, I'm just going to do a frame around that, pop rivet it in, bit of silicone, seal it all up. Then I can run like a seal, rubber seal along there and across there and across there. Hopefully waterproof it up. All right, so what I'll do is I'll run a bead of silicone all around that. These will get silicone squared up, pop rivet into place, super thin, so once it's all pop riveted down, it won't stand out at all, so it should be good. Maybe drill a little hole in the corner, both corners, or just to let out any water just in case, even though I'll have a rubber seal around it. No doubt water will make its way in if I was in torrential rain or something, but yeah, should be a good little dry compartment for phones, wallets, keys, fishing license, whatever I've got. Might even run a USB, come out the side there, charge GoPro batteries or something like that as well. Be pretty handy. Again, keeping it all dry. So I've noticed this back seat has no flotation. So I've silicone a couple of pieces of alloy in there. And a pool noodle is exactly the full length. So I'll be running a shitload of pool noodles in there. Not so much for flotation, but I don't want tinny sound. Once it's all screwed together and once I fill that up and pack it in there pretty tight, it should eliminate that. Either way, if I flip this thing, she's probably going to sink. The front's full, just the back. Better than nothing, I suppose. Alright, so this is jam-packed with pool noodles. Tight as I can get. It's actually stiffened up the seat like crazy. Cut them out just so that still fits in there. And we've got flotation and tinny, sloppy alloy sounds gone. Just what we wanted. Alright, this is all squared up, popped in, beautiful. Bit of silicone. Obviously I did all the cuts with a grinder, so not too bad I guess, but it'll do the job. Alright, this is the stuff for the bilge pump. This piece here will come out the side of the hole. Hose clamps, and I like to use this stuff. It's got like a stainless wire through it, so it's not going to get crushed, and that's what you don't want. Being in the back with my petrol tank and stuff, if anything ever moves, I don't want it crushed and block it up. As I said in the last video, I've siliconed that down there. So now when I pop this in, it's not going to go anywhere. Could run it that side, but then this is out here. So I always have it like that, and I'll run it up. Alright, so I'll just put that in place. I'll put a couple of dabs of silicone, run it neatly along there. Up along here. I'll drill a hole, put that in, hook it up, and she's good to go. There's my little silver mark there. Just make sure you're not too close to the welds or anything. And I'll just use a stepper drill and get it nice and snug, and I'll put a bit of silicone around it. 24mm. Nice and snug. And that's it. Before I lock anything up or silicone anything, I make sure it's in the right spot. Also have to trim off the excess flush there. A little bit of silicone dabbed on just so nothing wiggles loose. And Bildge pump neatly ran. I'll just wait, there's a little bit of moisture down there, but that's a finished product. Tidied up. And we've got a Bildge pump. Now, I know that one's square, so all I do is measure from there to there. Pop one in this corner so I can pivot it and get the gaps the exact same, which I've already done. And that's pop riveted, lined up. Perfect square. All right, pretty much done. So that little compartment holds my GoPro stuff, keys. I do have that little bit of rubber lining just so it doesn't slip around. That's all done, siliconed up. Back's done. Front's all done. I ran an extra piece just there. My solid piece will be along there, and then obviously my hatch will be there. That's all done, and for most people that's all you'd want. And obviously you just run a false floor. We'll do the deck extension next.